Hi everyone, CFL Park Hopper here at Galaxy's Edge at Walt Disney World. Can you see the X-Wing behind me? So we're here today because the brand new Rise of the Resistance ride is now open, and we're going to talk about how best to ride this ride. It is super popular, it is very busy, it has a different strategy than any other type of ride here at Walt Disney World. So we're going to talk about today how to get on this ride and maximize your visit. Let's go. Okay, so this is the entrance over here to the ride, Rise of the Resistance, and right now there is rope up everywhere and people are not getting on because the ride is currently down. This ride has the most current ride technology available for rides. It is unlike anything you've ever experienced, and so it will have technical difficulties, and you just need to be prepared for that. And the line queuing system is way different than anything else at Walt Disney World. Typically for a ride, you get in line, you wait, however long it's gonna take, or some rides allow you to book fast passes and you do that ahead of time. That is not the case for this. For this, you will get an online boarding pass, and you will do that through the My Disney Experience app, and I'm gonna segue to that app right now to show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm on the My Disney Experience app, and the minute that you tap your Magic Band to get into the park and you open the My Disney Experience app, this is the home screen, and you're going to click right here where it says Find Out More for the Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. And then you're going to be able to click on a boarding group. Now, I'm showing you this at a later time in the day, and I'm at my house, so I'm not going to be able to board, and the things are already full for the day. But you would be able to click Join a Boarding Group. And then once you have a boarding group, it'll give you a number. Like you would click on My Status, and it would give you a number, which right now there's not going to be one, but right here would be a number. So like if I'm in group 41, it would say that right there. And then as you saw from the page that we were just on, you can keep track with the boarding groups. And this is what's loading right now, is 14 to 31. So if you're in group 31, you would be able to go and tap your Magic Band at the actual ride and ride right now. And you just keep track of this until it's your turn to ride. Okay, so here's the X-Wing again, and we're gonna just walk around Batu, that's the name of the planet that we're on, as I talk about what to do after you have that boarding pass. So once you have a boarding pass, you can do anything inside of Hollywood Studios while you wait. You can even leave the park. So here's my suggestion. The early bird gets the worm in this case. And you need to check the park hours and find out what time the park is opening on the day that you want to go. And I would try, if you are coming on a peak week, we have Christmas coming up real quick here, and Christmas to New Year's is the busiest week of the year here at Walt Disney World. If you are planning to come that week, I would check those park hours, which right now it looks like they are to open at 8 a.m. every day. I would be at the front of Hollywood Studios between 6 and 6:30, and I'm not joking, because they may start opening early, and here's what happens. As soon as you tap your band at the touch point to get into the park, and all of your party has tapped their band, you can then join that boarding group that we talked about just a minute ago in the app. So the earlier you tap, the earlier in the day your boarding group is gonna be. And then what I did this morning is I was here at 6:30. I was in the park by 6:50. I got my boarding group, which I'm number 43 today. It is now 9:15. The park is now officially open. And I have been all through Toy Story Land. I have done Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror, and I have eaten breakfast. So between 7 and 9, I did all of those things with virtually no wait for any of it. So it's a good way to get started on your day. Now, the ride is currently down, and their boarding group was like 10 to 20 or 12 to 26 a minute ago. So those people are going to be getting on once the ride gets back open, and I'm about 20 groups later. So another good thing to note is that you can leave the park and come back. You have a 2-hour window once your boarding group is called. And here's how you can check it. One, you can just open your app every now and then, and you can check, and it'll show you right there your time, where you are in the line, and where they are. It will also, if you have push notifications available to you on your My Disney Experience app, it will, something's crashing or fighting or something, it will give you a push notification when your time is now ready to board. And also, if you're walking around Hollywood Studios, there's different time boards set up to tell you like the times and wait times of the rides. And at those wait times, they will show where the boarding group is for Rise of the Resistance. Now, another reason why you might want to come early, because some of you might think, well, I can just get there later in the day and I'll be able to get my, boarding pass and that's fine. Right now, as of 9:15 this morning, all of the boarding passes are gone. They're full. And the park again opened at 9 today, and I was here at 6:30 this morning, and it was already extremely busy. So again, if you're coming on these busy weeks leading into the holiday season, you really need to plan ahead, because getting here at 9:15, 10 o'clock, you possibly won't get a boarding pass. Now, when you start coming, if you're gonna come after the new year, this is Kylo Ren's ship, by the way. Let's make it noise. If you're gonna come after the new year and things start to settle down, it will hopefully be possible that later in the day you'll be able to show up and get a boarding pass and come in. I'm definitely hoping that for myself. I prefer to come to the park in the evening versus the early morning. But definitely, if you're coming at a busy time, this is worth it. I mean, the amount of stuff that I saw, the Slinky Dog Dash, and did the whole Toy Story Land and Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster without any wait. That was really cool. Like, that's not something you can do typically in a busy season. That would take you all day to get through all of those rides, and with fast passes. So definitely have your advantages of coming early. So I hope that this gives you some really good tips on how to do this ride. Now, it's not guaranteed that this boarding group thing is going to continue. Once the busy season slows down a bit and they get the ride more under control, and it works without having pauses and interruptions and things like that, and continuously runs, they may take the boarding passes away and just say, okay, you're going to stand in line. And eventually, somewhere down the line, they may introduce Fast Pass. But I'll tell you, I do enjoy this boarding pass idea, because it's a way to virtually wait in line and not have to stand somewhere. I really don't want to stand in a line for 3 hours and just wait. So instead, I'm virtually waiting in a line, and meanwhile, I can see other things. Let's check out the Millennium Falcon here. And this is the line right now to ride the other ride, which is Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. That does have a standby line. This ride does not have Fast Pass, so keep that in mind as well. You will have to stand in line to do Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Again, it's another way for you to plan ahead. And hopefully, as I was saying about the boarding passes, I hope they keep it, because so far I'm sold on the idea. I really like it. I think it's a great idea. Ready to take off, look out. I better get out of the way. Oh, maybe the engines just failed. Phew, we're safe. We almost got run over by the Falcon. So one other thing is that you can leave the park once you've gotten your boarding pass. So my pass, again, I'm number 43. They're only on 26 and the ride is down. I think I might take the Skyliner and go over to Epcot for a few hours. Once you get notified of your time, that it's ready, you have 2 hours to arrive back. So, the travel from here to Epcot on the Skyliner is essentially 10 to 15 minutes. So I think I might head over to Epcot for a little while, check out some things there, and maybe when it gets to be around like number 40, I might already start heading back, just so I'm here by the time 43 happens. So it's definitely doable. It's definitely a flexible way to visit. I like it. If they made all of the rides with the boarding pass option, that would be cool. Maybe we could do away with Fast Pass and just let you wait virtually and maybe 3 rides a day. I don't know. It's just a thought, but I think it's a good step here. It gets people out and about in the park, seeing and doing other things while they're waiting. So I do like this boarding pass. So plan ahead for your trip and get ready to come experience Rise of the Resistance. Well, everyone, as you can see, it's very crowded here in Batu. Everyone is super excited to ride Rise of the Resistance and to see Galaxy's Edge, especially if you haven't been here yet. Definitely take advantage of this on your next Walt Disney World vacation and plan ahead, research, find out what the ride lines are like, if they're doing the boarding pass, if they're doing regular line, if they're doing fast pass. It's just going to depend when you book your trip and when you're coming. But if you're coming holiday season 2019, it's definitely going to be boarding passes. You're going to need to get here early, plan ahead, get here about 2 hours before park opening. It'll be well worth your time, I promise. So with that being said, hit like and subscribe down below to see more, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time we upload a new video. Thanks for watching.